Imagine scrolling through your phone in mid-October 2025. A startling headline catches your eye. It claims that India is about to take control of Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan. The story spreads like wildfire across social media platforms. Telegram X people are sharing it, commenting on it, and debating it with fierce intensity. Some posts suggest a secret deal has been struck with the Taliban. Others hint at a quiet approval from the United States. The claim is simple, powerful, and for many, deeply appealing. It paints a picture of a newly assertive India, projecting its power into a volatile but critical region. This story, however, is more than just a fleeting piece of online chatter. It touches upon some of the most sensitive nerves in South and Central Asian geopolitics. Bagram Air Base is not just any military facility. It is a symbol of foreign power and strategic ambition. For 2 decades, it was the nerve center of American military operations in Afghanistan. The idea of another foreign power, especially a regional one like India, stepping into that role is a monumental proposition. It forces us to ask critical questions about India's foreign policy, its relationship with the Taliban. Bagram Air Base is not just strategically important, not just because of its size or history. Its true value lies in its geography. It sits at a geographical crossroads, offering a powerful vantage point over a deeply complex and volatile neighborhood. A country with access to Bagram can effectively monitor and influence events across multiple borders. This location makes it a coveted asset for any regional or global power with interests in Central and South Asia. The base acts as a geopolitical magnifying glass, bringing several critical areas into sharp focus. First, proximity to Pakistan. The long, porous border has been a source of instability. Militant groups often operate on both sides. An operational airbase at Bagram allows unparalleled surveillance of the frontier. It provides critical intelligence on terrorist movements and cross-border activities. For a country like India, this capability would be a strategic game-changer. It would let India keep a watchful eye on groups that threaten its security. Beyond Pakistan, a direct line of sight into Central Asia. Central Asia is rich in resources. It's increasingly a theater of competition between Russia and China. More critically, Bagram is remarkably close to China's western frontier. As former US President Donald Trump pointed out in September 2025 when he demanded the base back, Bagram is just an hour away from where China makes its nuclear weapons. This refers to China's Xinjiang province. Xinjiang is of immense strategic importance as Beijing expands nuclear and military capabilities there. Surveillance missions from Bagram would be invaluable for monitoring China's military buildup. Finally, the base serves as a crucial logistical hub. Afghanistan is landlocked with rugged terrain. Moving people and supplies quickly is a major challenge. Bagram's runways can handle the largest transport aircraft. That makes it an ideal staging point for humanitarian aid during natural disasters. Every viral rumor has an origin story, a moment when a spark ignites the digital tinder. The claim about India gaining control of Bagram appears to have emerged in mid-October 2025, spreading rapidly through a network of social media accounts messaging apps. The timing was not random. It followed a series of significant geopolitical events that created a fertile ground for such speculation. Understanding this context is key to understanding why the rumor seemed plausible to so many people, even without any official confirmation from any government. The backdrop was set a month earlier, in September 2025. During a visit to the United Kingdom, former US President Donald Trump made a bold and headline-grabbing declaration: "We want that base back." He was, of course, referring to Bagram. A few days later, he doubled down on social media, issuing a thinly veiled threat: if Afghanistan doesn't give Bagram Air Base back to those that built it, bad things are going to happen. This public demand from a prominent American political figure immediately put Bagram back in the international spotlight and stirred the geopolitical pot. The rumor mill was further fueled by a landmark diplomatic event. From October 9th through 16th, 2025, the Taliban's foreign minister, Amir Khan Muttaqi, undertook a historic week-long visit to India. The visit signaled a significant warming of relations between New Delhi and Kabul. During his stay, Muttaqi announced that direct flights between Kabul and Indian cities would soon resume. When a claim as explosive as the Bagram transfer goes viral, the first job of journalists and analysts is to seek confirmation. This means going beyond social media chatter and asking the official sources. In this case, reporters reached out to government officials in New Delhi, Kabul, Washington. The response was a uniform and resounding silence on any such deal. No government department, no ministry, no official spokesperson came forward to validate the rumor. The absence of any official statement was the first major red flag, suggesting the claim was built on speculation rather than substance. The Taliban's public stance has been consistently and vehemently against any foreign military presence. Since taking power, their leaders have repeatedly stated that Afghanistan's soil will not be used by foreign powers to establish bases. This position is central to their narrative of national liberation and sovereignty. Taliban representatives unofficially but firmly reiterated this policy, dismissing the claims as baseless propaganda. For them to hand over Bagram to a foreign power, even friendly India would directly contradict their core political message. India has joined regional powers in officially opposing foreign military infrastructure in Afghanistan. At the Moscow format consultations, a joint statement was issued. The statement India signed declared it unacceptable for non-regional countries to deploy military facilities in Afghanistan or neighboring states. This position, alongside China and Russia, Pakistan contradicts the idea that India would pursue a secret solo military venture at Bagram. When the facts are laid bare, the viral claim crumbles. There is no official confirmation from any involved government. The Taliban's policy is directly opposed to such a move. India's diplomatic stance with regional partners also argues against foreign bases. While the fantasy of an Indian-controlled Bagram captured the public imagination, the reality of India's role in Afghanistan is more nuanced and in many ways, more constructive. For over 2 decades, India's policy has been anchored not in military ambition but in developmental partnership. Instead of sending soldiers, engineers, doctors, diplomats, it invested billions in projects to rebuild the war-torn nation and improve lives. This approach has earned India significant goodwill among Afghans, a form of soft power that outlasts governments and military occupations. Salma Dam, funded and built by India, providing electricity and irrigation to thousands. Zaranj-Delaram Highway, constructed by India, a crucial 218-kilometer road to Iran's Chabahar port, giving landlocked Afghanistan access to the sea. New Afghan Parliament building in Kabul, built by India, a grand symbol of democratic aspirations. These are civilian projects, not military assets, aimed at stability and prosperity. Recognizing the looming humanitarian crisis, New Delhi shifted its focus to providing essential aid directly to the Afghan people. It sent multiple shipments of wheat, COVID-19 vaccines, life-saving medicines. Let us step away from the current reality and enter the realm of strategic possibility. Imagine a scenario where India does, in fact, secure some form of access to Bagram. This would not necessarily mean a full-scale military base with thousands of Indian troops. It could be a more limited arrangement, an air logistics hub for aid, a joint training facility for Afghan security forces, a small intelligence sharing outpost operated with the Taliban's consent. Even such a limited presence would have profound implications for India and the region. On the positive side, the strategic gains for India would be significant. Enhanced strategic reach, access to Bagram would extend India's operational and surveillance capabilities. It would allow monitoring of western and northern frontiers more effectively. Superior intelligence, a platform for gathering real-time intelligence on terrorist networks and non-state actors, helping to preempt potential threats. Counterbalancing influence, a presence would help counter Pakistan's influence and the growing footprint of China. Efficient aid delivery, a direct, reliable corridor for humanitarian aid to Afghanistan and to resource-rich Central Asian countries. Greater diplomatic clout, operating from Bagram would give India a stronger voice in regional and international discussions on Afghanistan. However, the downsides and risks would be equally formidable. Direct security threats. Afghanistan remains volatile, with active insurgent groups. Any Indian facility or personnel would be high-value targets. The Bagram rumor did not emerge in a vacuum. It surfaced amidst a tense and fluid geopolitical environment, where regional and global powers are jockeying for position in Afghanistan. The American withdrawal created a power vacuum. China, Russia, Pakistan, Iran, they are all trying to shape the outcome to their advantage. India, as a rising power with historic ties to Afghanistan, is a key player in this new great game. The debate over foreign bases is a central part of this contest for influence. The regional consensus, at least on paper, is firmly against the return of foreign military bases. The Moscow format consultations have been clear on this point. It brings together Afghanistan's neighbors, India and Russia. The joint statement opposing military infrastructure in Afghanistan was a collective message aimed primarily at the United States, especially after Donald Trump's public demand for Bagram. It was a declaration of regional autonomy. Yet this public unity masks deep-seated rivalries. China sees Afghanistan as a crucial belt and road node and fears any American or Indian presence near Xinjiang. Pakistan seeks strategic depth and worries about Indian influence. Russia opposes a US return but fears instability spilling into Central Asia. Each country pursues its own interests under the guise of regional stability. Into this complex web steps the Taliban regime. In the final analysis, the story of India taking control of Bagram Air Base is, as of today, a fiction. A thorough reality check reveals no confirmation from any government, a stated Taliban policy that opposes foreign bases, and an official Indian diplomatic position that aligns with a regional consensus against such military deployments. The viral claim appears to be a product of wishful thinking and strategic speculation, amplified by the speed of social media. It was a tempting narrative because it projected an image of a powerful India, confidently striding onto the world stage, but it is a narrative that does not hold up against the facts on the ground. The real story of India's engagement in Afghanistan is one of cautious diplomacy and sustained humanitarian support. India has chosen the path of soft power, building goodwill through aid and development rather than through military force. This approach is less dramatic than running a major airbase, but it may prove more sustainable and effective in the long run. It allows India to maintain a stake in Afghanistan's future and pursue its security interests without getting bogged down in a costly and dangerous military entanglement. However, the episode does raise a fundamental and pressing question for India's strategic community and its citizens. As India's economic and military power grows, so too do the expectations for its role in the region and beyond. Should India ever take control of a base like Bagram to expand its reach? Or would that just drag us into another endless conflict?